The passion of a few can change the lives of many. Our next guest shared a love of music with friends like David Barnett. For them, music gave joy, a fresh appreciation of the commonplace, catharsis, poetry. But music was also about healing. Its healing properties are so wide-ranging and effective that a therapeutic discipline has grown up around it, music therapy. They set themselves a challenge. Could they leverage their own love of music to bring its healing powers to others? Please welcome Chris Brandt.
Music is a language, literally. A friend of mine had an opportunity to go to Africa and chose to study traditional African drumming. And he found himself in a small village where they were building a road out to a bunch of mango trees. The mangoes were falling and they were rotting before the villagers could come and collect them and sell them at a market. So they were building a road to create a business opportunity. So my friend was standing there as they were drumming to send a message farther down the way of what they were doing, and he took his phone out and quickly recorded it. And when he had the opportunity to get back in the city with his instructor, he challenged him. He said, okay, so this is a language, what are they saying? And he plays it, and the instructor goes, oh, they're building a road to go get the mangoes. Music provides an opportunity to create a language where maybe there isn't one. 60% of children in children's hospitals across Canada are aged 3 or younger. So language is often not fully developed. Music becomes the main point of conversation. We saw that locally with a young boy who was working with a physiotherapist on hand-eye coordination and muscular skills. And the physiotherapist wasn't having a lot of success trying to get the young boy to do what she needed him to do for his therapy. Enter a music therapist with a drum. The kid pulls himself up and starts wailing away on the drums. There's a different motivation there. And this power of music to give us a voice in a language that we don't often have is also seen with a program that we support with developmental delays, and a man who was 50 but has Down syndrome, so functionally he's barely a teenager, and he lost his dad. For him, his music therapist just put him at the drum set and just said, beat the hell out of it. That's going to be your therapy. And I think it's this ability for music to help us articulate things that we can't ourselves, which is part of the reason why we feel such loss when Gord Downie passes away, or Tom Petty, or Charles Bradley, who we all lost recently. For me, at least, it's these people who found ways to articulate things that we can't, and when their voice falls silent, it feels like ours does too. We see music therapy work in all kinds of ways. We see it in dementia. There is a program, a lovely story of a woman who unfortunately had a stroke in the left side of her brain. And that's where the speech center is. Lost her ability to talk. Luckily, music is everywhere in the brain. And this woman was working with different therapists, wasn't having a lot of progress. Music therapist walked in, said, well, you live in your 70s, or you're in your 70s, you probably grew up with the Beatles. Let's try Let It Be. Real simple, repetitive chorus. By the third line, the woman was singing. For the ability for music to give that person even a conversation back is wonderful. We all know that music makes us run faster and work out harder at the gym. Music can slow the heart rate down too, and that's just not anecdotally with a bottle of wine and a record at home. There's a practice called entrainment where you can take someone whose heart rate is at the point where they're about to go into cardiac arrest, and you can play music at that same beat, and as you slow the music down, the heart rate will come with it. Music is used to reduce drug use. It's been proven that in facilities where people are going through tremendously painful procedures, when they have control of their own morphine button, when they're working with a music therapist, they will hit the button less. We've seen this locally, a man at a local burn unit who goes through an excruciating procedure called a burn shower. And I've been in this room when it's empty, and it's terrifying. This is the process of someone with third-degree burns having to replace the bandages. And this one man had to replace the bandages, and it took him 3 hours every 3 days. We brought in a music therapist, and the music therapist was able to reduce that. Because music therapy can increase the pain threshold, brought that from 3 hours to 30 minutes. And this man, while still having excruciating cries during the procedure, would constantly yell out 2 words, "Keep playing." So for us, we believe that music therapy can heal in different ways. And my call to action for you is based on my favorite definition of art, and that's that art changes people. So if you accept that definition, then the idea that you have a melody in your head that you never put to piano or guitar, or you write poetry but you throw it into the fire, that's not art. It may be tremendously therapeutic for you, but it's not art because it didn't create an opportunity to change someone else. So here's my call to action. Hit send. Whatever art that you have inside you, give it a chance to change someone in the world. And it doesn't matter what that art is. It can be painting, it can be scripture, whatever you like. Of course, we believe in the power of music. And for us, we've seen music connect. We've seen music speak. And of course, we sincerely believe that music heals. Thank you very much.